Hey, it's Necktie. Welcome to episode 131 of my No GPS series. And in this one, we're taking some mailboxes to Durango, Colorado. Let's get into it. I've written down two things. Written down, wrote down. I've wrote down. I've wrote down, I have written. English, folks. It's awesome. I've written down two things for directions. US 160, Home Depot on the left. We'll see how well that works. We are loaded at the Western Metals. So we're going to come out of here, hang this left, hang this right on a 160. Then take that right. For those that may just be joining, the reason this is not yellow right now, and this is because I had to fast travel and the game put me over here. So I had to drive back over there. That's why that's yellow. Anywho. US 160 West, and we're just following that around the mountain here into Durango. Maybe should have wrote this left here. I don't know. But at some point I should see a Home Depot. I think I can figure it out. Let's do it. Seeing that 6 miles is how far it was to drive over here. And also, if you're just joining, there is the new mailboxes on the Wade step deck. And let me pull up the load info. There we go. 2,000 pounds. The trailer alone probably weighs 10, depending if it's aluminum or steel. Alright, shut up, Ty. Nobody cares. That also means I don't need to take off in first gear. I can take off in third. And as I look at the odometer, 37,000 miles, I really don't think we're going to hit 50,000 by the time this series is done, unless I get lost. So, I mean, there's that. That's a possibility. I'm wondering if I should stop at this Flying J if it's an actual fuel point, and maybe top the tanks off just so I don't end up needing fuel and forgetting in the next couple of episodes. And it is a fuel point, alright. I would assume we go in this way. And this is where I find out we don't. Oh, there's not a yellow line here anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't know. No, this was the correct way. I can tell by the way the pumps are facing. Yep, I did come in the right way. Buy one, get one free water. That's the other thing I miss. Now that I think about that, about driving a truck. Is, and I don't, maybe a lot of people don't know, or maybe haven't driven a diesel truck, I guess, or something that would take diesel, but those diesel nozzles are bigger. And I think, thinking about it, if I'm trying to think of how long it takes me to pump 17 gallons into the Gladiator to fill it up. I think I could almost put on 50 to 100 gallons on my truck quicker. It's fantastic. Alright, shut up. Nobody cares, Ty. Well, somebody make here. Anyway, diesel pumps are high flow. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't need to split these gears either. Even better. I am going to need to take another right here somewhere. Is it that one? No. I guess we'll go to the light. I didn't really mean to almost come to a complete stop, but... Right lane must turn right. Okay. Well, there we go. US 160 West. Perfect. Why are my blinkers speeding up all of a sudden? This frickin' game. So I've thought some more about what I'm gonna do after this. And I still don't know. Wow, I may need to trim that tree there. I still have no idea. I do believe there may not be daily episodes though. I don't know yet. Because I have a few people that would like just like long haul, either stay on this profile or go to my main profile, which is probably what I'd do it on as my main profile, because that's essentially my road to 5 million profile. That I have all the garage, most, well, not all. I have a shit ton, which is a smidge more than a crap load of garages owned. And also every truck I own in that. So part of me is thinking of doing like a ASMR series, for a lack of a better term, because I know people like those videos too, where you don't hear me talking. My mic is muted and you just hear game sounds. And I just do different loads with different trucks, different cargo, that sort of thing. And then also doing a true owner-operator series. I don't know exactly what I would call it, but on a fresh profile. And basically the only mods I would have in it at the start is like the graphics mods and obviously the hard economy, you know, that sort of thing. And then I'm also thinking about just leaving it no GPS, because this is kind of fun. So I would have those mods in there too to remove the icon and all that stuff. But no trucks or trailers to start, because it's going to take, I don't know how many episodes working for the man to get enough money up to buy, say, Ruta's RAM. I don't even know how much that costs in game, but you have to buy that and the trailer. This has 2 trailers, or does it have 3 trailers now? I don't. It's been so long since I used it. I know he updated it, so it may have 3 trailers now, but so anyway, the only problem with that is I still don't know what the hell the end game of that would be. I guess it could have fueled there as well. And now that I say that, I need to make sure that I deactivated my fuel button so I don't just automatically unload when we get there. Yeah, I don't know what the end game of that would be. And then somebody commented on one of the videos to just stay on this profile and do 100% road discovery. And I commented asking why he hated me so much. Would that be cool? Yes. I'm just... This is one of those times where I really don't give a shit about 100% completion. No offense, but I just don't. But then the other aspect is ATS 2. And from my experience, ATS 2 seems to run better than ATS does. Probably because the game's older, more polished, I don't know. It's the same freaking engine. I mean, half the shit you see in this game came from ATS 2. Building wise and prefab wise. Definitely textures, the shitty textures. That's just a game engine thing. So I don't know. Have no clue what I'm gonna do. I do know though that I need to not bite off more than I can chew. What the hell's this guy doing? Red Bone Trucking. Well, push that accelerator, jackass. Yeah, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew by saying that I'm going to do like an ASMR videos. I don't know what else you would call them. As well as a series. And then if I'm doing two separate things at once, when do those videos come out? Because again, if you're just joining, number one, thank you. Number two, I do this for fun. I'm not monetized. I don't know if I will ever monetize again because it's just, at the size of the channel, it's just not worth it. It's more of a headache than it is anything. But I don't want to get to a point to where it feels like a job. And honestly, there's just some days I don't feel like recording or editing. Because as I've said before, just this will take me about 45 minutes to an hour to record. Typically is what my time frame is, or what it seems to work out to. And then I need to move this video file over to the Mac, which is not that big of a deal, it takes about 5 minutes. But then I need to edit, so then that's another hour and a half editing, chopping out as many as many ahs and ums and, you know, dead space, speeding up traffic lights. So that could take up to 2 hours to edit. And then it takes roughly 35 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on the file size, to render. And then I need to upload it, edit the video description, everything, thumbnail. Typically I'm doing the thumbnails the day before, so that's not that big of a deal. Bottom line is, it can take 4 hours easily per video. All in. From recording to posting. Now, some would be like, well, normal people work 8-hour days. You could do 2 videos in a day. Yeah, I could, but let's see you try and do that. It sounds easy until you do it. Oh, hey, tunnel. Well, let's just prepare. Oh, we got some good echo there. Shall we try it again? It's the small things in life. At least that's what I keep telling my wife. Oh. Speaking of my wife, management is still in Ohio. Y'all ready for this? Her stepdad passed away last Saturday. They're still waiting on the VA to certify a military burial. That's the government, folks. And the VA, so her mom called this week. They said it could take up to 2 weeks. What? What are you certifying? Because he has a general under honorable conditions discharge. It literally took me 5 minutes to Google that shit and find out who qualifies for military burials. So I don't know why it takes 2 weeks to certify. I guess they have to send it to the regional office or some shit. Today's day and age, what are we, still Pony Expressing that shit? Yeah, so luckily the funeral home isn't charging her mom any extra for keeping him on ice in a freezer. I guess I could be out here looking at this scenery as I was just about to get ready to pass this asshole, and then we lose the lane. It's what happens when I'm trucks 25. Oh great. Trucks use lower gear. Anybody want to bet that SCS programmed these bastards to actually do 25 miles an hour too? I'm not gonna lie, SCS, that's a weird place to have a runaway truck ramp. It's probably there in real life, but the scale just isn't working out. That's damn near at the top of the hill. Yeah, I should have been paying attention and passed these guys. I wonder if that's actually a lake over there, or if that's just... It's probably not. It's just where the map hasn't rendered in because, you know... I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know. Yeah, so anyway, 2 weeks. Maybe that's normal. To me, it just seems damn ridiculous. Not to mention, though, this is another, and I'll bring this up since our family has dealt with 2 deaths in the last 3 months. I don't think it's ever too early to prepare yourself for dying or your funeral or preparing your family, because let's face it, folks, there's an end game in this thing called life. And it seems like nowadays that's all we're doing, is people are working their asses off to die, is basically what it is. Work your ass off, pay taxes. Your tax money goes to bullshit or goes overseas. And in the end, you're gonna die, right? And we have no idea when that's coming. So that said, make sure life insurance policies are up to date, that you have life insurance policies. If in the event something does happen to you sooner rather than later, that shit is in order, basically. The other thing I will tell you is, as with anything in life now, groceries are expensive as hell. Guess what else is expensive? Dying. Dying is expensive. Mom's funeral, which wasn't even that extravagant, I didn't think. But she's the one that planned it. When she got diagnosed with liver cancer, she went to work, basically planned everything. Part of me still thinks she did that because she knew Dad and her two sons would have probably screwed something up, and it wouldn't have been to her liking. So good on her. Now, she was cremated, had an urn. Didn't even have a casket. Those damn things can... Anyway. 15 grand, I think. Roughly, something like that. But... again... Mom was a planner. And she had more than one life insurance policy. And one of those life insurance policies completely covered that. So it's shit like that that people need to think about. Because, and I'm not bashing Angie's mom in any way in all this, because this could happen to anyone. Come to find out, she did not have insurance on her husband. Because she works for OPM, which is government. And when she was doing one of the forms to take her older kids off at the time, she didn't check a box properly or something. It could have been something as simple as that, but basically canceled everything. So she had thought she had insurance until he passed away, and then she goes to check and she has no life insurance. Now, the military burial, will that help out? Yes, because I think the military picks up a lot of that. But anyway, bottom line is, moral of the story is, folks, make sure you have life insurance. Check the shit. And who knows, men, if your wife is anything like mine, you probably have it on you because your wife just does that sort of thing, like my wife did. And the other thing is, make sure that you have enough to cover shit. That's the other thing. Don't just take out like a $5,000 policy. I mean, will $5,000 help? Sure it will, but why do I think we're in Durango? we came around the curve with the what's the little camera icon thing, viewpoint, there we go. And now we're at the bottom of that. I'm thinking we're getting close. I don't know. I got sidetracked talking about life insurance. But that's the other thing, I mean, what the hell? As I've mentioned many times, I will be 50 in December. And I consider myself I'm over half dead at this point. If you look at life expectancies, I maybe have 25, 30 years. God, I hope not. And I know that sounds morbid, but the way this freaking world is going, I really hope not. But yeah, so it's time to start thinking about that shit. I know it sounds morbid, but I mean, hell, my parents have had their funeral plot for I don't know how many years. And the headstone just sitting there with names on it, no dates. Again, that's that generation. I'm not going to be buried anywhere. I'm going to be cremated. I'm not even going to have a headstone. Oh, 36 miles, look at that. Yeah, and if I go before management does, whatever she decides to do is fine. She, you know, she wants to get the ashes from that cremation place or whatever the hell you call it, and just walk outside and toss me up in the air, that's fine. Could I get a headstone in a veteran cemetery somewhere? Yes. I don't know where. Initially, my thought would be in the Black Hills of South Dakota, since that's my home state, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised I've made it to 50. Well, I haven't yet. There's still a couple of months. Bottom line is, I'm surprised I made it this far in life, because by all accounts, if you've watched my road to 5 million, I should not be here. Not only should I not be here, I shouldn't be walking. So in some aspects, I'm a medical miracle in a way. Even the doctor that did my neck surgery was amazed that I was able to walk afterwards, and that he didn't have to cause any nerve damage to fix my neck and put the screw in. But anyway, how many people have I made feel uncomfortable talking about death? See, I'm just a weird, I'm a weird individual. Like, I've seen so much death and destruction in my life. It's just, I'm kind of numb to it. And I know that's not a good, healthy way, and believe me, it's something my therapist and I talk about. But it is what it is, folks. Durango discovered. Okay, so now at some point here around this corner. Oh, I'm seeing orange. I see a Home Depot sign. That blinker seems really, really slow. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't done a damn thing to the game. Nothing. Oh well. And if I remember correctly, let me pull up the map here as I'm rolling in. I think this is gonna want us... Is that under the overhang at this prefab? Probably. I'm gonna be honest, this is more like a Menards prefab. I've never gone through a gate at a Home Depot, but Menards I have, and then there are glass doors like that typically when you come in. The yard. Really? Really, SCS doubles in a frickin' dock? Okay. Because that happens. Yeah, we're under this overhang. Yep. I probably didn't need to go that far up, but... Alright, let's check our space. Oh, we have plenty of room to screw this up. Let's do it. And then I got too close. I mean, I think we'll still be fine. I'm too far over to the driver's side, though, according to the box. Maybe I'm fixing it. No, I'm not. I'm still too far over. Still in the box, but not centered in the box. That's a little better, but I may actually be crooked. Am I crooked? Hold on, camera's gonna jump. Yeah, I am kind of crooked, but hey. We can't be perfect all the time, right? Okay, I need to sleep. So we'll reset that. Shut the truck off, unload. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Durango is gone. 183. All right, so now what we need to do is sleep. So let's do that. Beautiful. Current company job offers. We need Montrose. Montrose. Did my silence speak volumes there? Okay. Oh, that was Freight Market. Sorry, I was on the wrong one, but I'm still not feeling a warm fuzzy here. Well, we are taking some Can-Am crates to Montrose. So let's, oh, 19 hours to pick that up. Okay, I think Ford is right across the way. Let's double check. It is. So we need to come out of here, hang a left, hang a right after that. Okay, well then let's just do that, shall we? Now, y'all saw that I set the time for 5 a.m., right? And I was in the menu the whole time. And now it's almost 6:45. Am I reading this right? How the hell does that work out? That's another reason I have the fatigue simulation turned off. But more importantly, because the fatigue simulation is bullshit in this game. I mean, fact of the matter is there's a lot of bullshit in this game, but fatigue simulation is one of them. Maybe I should just go back to playing Call of Duty, huh? Alright, there's the Ford sign back there, so we need to take a right at this stoplight. Yeah, and it's been so long since I've played with, well, GPS or fatigue simulation. I think the fatigue simulation goes on a... Does it go on the 14-hour or 10-hour? I mean, in real life, you have a 14-hour clock, and then you have 10 hours of drive time that you have to do within that 14 hours. But fatigue simulation in this game doesn't work like that. Oh, that's what it is. It's just the 10-hour clock. And then plus, you can't start and stop. See, that's another thing. They could make some type of logbook system for this game, but they're not going to. Alright, where's the load trigger for Ford over there? Again, I just thought of something. This whole blinker bullshit is happening again after I was testing the whole graphics thing. Which again is why I typically don't test shit anymore, because dumb shit like this starts happening and then it pisses me off. Which it's doing. Anyway. Freaking game. That frightened me for a moment. I was about to lose my shit. And this is probably going to want us to pick up back here. Okay. This freaking camera. Yeah, it wants us to pick up over there. However, there's not something blocking it this time. So let's do this. We'll back out into the road like that. And then we're gonna swing her wide over here. I don't need to be in first gear. Really? How did I not see that gate arm? Alright, well, guess what? I'm not driving around this frickin' building to load, so we're just gonna hit the activate button and have the game load us the easy way. Anybody know you could do that? If you get close to your spot like that, you can just hit the activate button and it'll automatically load you and then put you in that spot. Yeah, I cheated, but I'm not doing all that stupid bullshit just because. Well, there you go, folks. Can-Am crates going up the $1 Million Highway in episode 132. I guess I could shut this off, huh? Brakes pulled. There we go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, episode 131 comes to an end. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. And until the next one, y'all take care. Bye.